Hello guys, today we are going to discuss about excretory product and excretory disorders. There is a questions in the NEET actually coming from these excretory products and excretory disorders also. This is the most important topic for NEET. Okay? Yeah, excretory product in the human excretory system, excretory product is urea. Urea formula is CONH2. Okay, this is urea formula, this is excretory product. Okay, yeah, excretory product every day it is produced 1 to 1.5 liters per day, 1 to 1.5 liters. Actually, it is filtrate 180 liters per day. But 99% reabsorption, okay, only 1% excrete, that is 1 to 1.5 liters per day. Okay, where the reabsorption is going to take place in the renal tubule. Okay. This is the Bowman's capsule. Okay, 180 liters are filtered every day, like per day, and this is the lumen of the nephron, PCT and lumen of the nephron. Okay, yeah. Reabsorption is going to take place in each part. 70 to 80% in the PCT reabsorption is going to take place, and Henle loop and DCT and collecting duct. This is the reabsorption in the PCT and Henle loop. Obligatory reabsorption is going to take place. Obligatory reabsorption. In the DCT and collecting duct, facultative reabsorption is going to take place. Facultative reabsorption. Mean it is conditional reabsorption. Conditional. Under hormonal influence. Hormonals are what? Aldosterone and ADH. Okay, this is the reabsorption scenario, guys. Okay, for a day it is 1 to 1.5 liters through the reabsorption. Okay, yes. Next, it is acidic. Okay, acidic mean the pH value, guys. pH value of the urea, it is 6 to 6.4. 6 to 6.4. Okay, urea or urine pH is what? Urine pH is what? Excretory product, which is urine pH is what? Slightly acidic. How it is produced? Hydrogen into the urea. Mean the hydrogen is the reason for maintain acidic. Where it is coming from? Hydrogen in the urine. Yeah, this is the hydrogen is coming from, this is the glomerular, PCT, Henle loop, okay. The glomerular, in the glomerular This is the glomerular. There is a filter of water, glucose and bicarbonates. Okay, these bicarbonates splits as H plus HCO3 minus. The bicarbonate, they can absorb into the capillary. Bicarbonate is absorbed into the capillary. At the same time, hydrogen is excrete from the capillary to lumen of the nephron. Mean it is secretes, it is absorbed. This hydrogen to maintain pH, of urine, that 6.4. This is what? Okay, the pH of the urine is what? 6 to 6.4. Okay, yes. Next, it is as specific odor urine, and urea produced per day is 25 to 30 grams. This is the most important, guys. This is the NEET question. Most important. How much urea produced in the urine per day? 25 to 30 grams per day. Okay, from 1 to 1.5 urine. 1 to 1.5 urine to give how much? 25 to 30 grams of urea in the urine per day. Okay, this is all about urine. Okay, urine produce how much? 25 to 30 grams. This is the most important in this slide. Next, yeah, excretory disorders. Excretory disorders. This is most important, guys. Glycosuria. Glycosuria is what? Glucose in urine. Glucose in urine called glycosuria. This disease called diabetes mellitus. Diabetes mellitus. Glycosuria mean glucose in the urine. Glucose presence in the urine called diabetes mellitus. Okay. Glycosuria or else diabetes mellitus is same, glucose presence in the urea. How? This is Bowman's capsule. Glomerular filtration going to take place, somewhat glucose also. Glucose also filtered. Okay. Most of the glucose reabsorption is going to take place. Most of the glucose reabsorption is going to take place, but this is the capillary network. This glucose which is filtered in the Bowman's capsule, that is enter into the blood again, reabsorption is going to take place. But some glucose they did not, reabsorption is going to take place, that is enter into the lumen of the nephron, finally they excrete through the urea, through the urine from the collecting duct. This is about diabetes mellitus. Glucose presence in the urine called diabetes mellitus or glucosuria Next, ketonuria. Ketone bodies presence in the urine. Ketone bodies presence in the urine. Actually, what are the ketone bodies? What are the ketone bodies? Okay, yeah. Sometimes glucose in the presence of oxygen to produce CO2 and as well ATP. Glucose if the energy material, okay, glucose which is produce carbon dioxide and ATP, okay. If there is no glucose available, okay, some fats or lipids in the presence of oxygen they burn and they made some ketone bodies as byproducts plus ATP they produce, okay. Lipids they burn and they produce ketone bodies into the blood. This is we can call like ketone bodies in the urine. This is we can call ketonuria and hematuria. Hem mean blood. Hematuria. The blood in urine, glomerular nephritis. Inflammation in the glomerular. Inflammation in the glomerular. What is the inflammation in the glomerular? Glomerular as this is efferent arteriole, okay. This arteriole further divided into capillary. Here capillary as like capillary walls as endothelial cells, guys. Capillary walls, this is the capillary enter into the Bowman's capsule. This is the capillary as endothelial cells. Endothelial cells modified epithelial cells, mean modified squamous epithelial cells. This endothelial cells as such pores, that pores we can call fenestra. These fenestra pores are functionally involved in the urine formation. The fenestras are, they allow blood RBCs, okay. Actually they do not allow RBCs and proteins, but here fenestra which is glomerular capillaries has certain pores called fenestra. They allow the RBCs into the filter, okay. That leads to the blood in the urine called the inflammation in the glomerular. We can call glomerulonephritis, that is urine is blood, that is hematuria, okay. The blood is in the urine called hematuria, okay. Yes. Next, renal calculi. Yeah, kidney stones, that is they can ask you calcium oxalates, okay. Renal calculi everyone knows, that is like kidney stones, but what are the chemical nature of that kidney stone is calcium oxalate, okay. Yes. And glomerulonephritis, this is the inflammation in the glomerular filter called glomerulonephritis, that is leads to the hematuria and hematuria and proteinuria. Proteinuria mean proteins also they filter through the fenestra. Proteins, the large size of the proteins, they filter through the fenestra. Fenestra mean there is a pores in the endothelial cells of the glomerular walls. Next, other excretory organs involved in the excretion. What are, apart from kidney, there are other excretory organs also involved in the excretory system. That are, first one is lungs. Lungs. What is the function of lungs? Okay, they release oxygen. Oxygen is useful for the metabolic reaction, which is glucose breakdown to form energy, to produce energy ATP, and the byproduct is CO2. The production of byproduct, which is production of energy, the byproduct is CO2. CO2 is the material excretory product. Excretory product. Who can eliminate this CO2? The lungs. Lungs itself excrete the waste of CO2. This is the most important. Per minute, how much CO2 produce? 200 ml CO2 produce per minute. CO2 how much produce? 200 ml of CO2 produce per minute. So lungs is the one of the excretory organ, which is to eliminate CO2 per minute. 200 ml CO2 they eliminate. Okay, liver. Next one is liver. Okay, liver, they produce bilirubin, excretory waste, and biliverdin, and cholesterol, drugs, degraded steroid, hormones, and vitamins. Liver, they produce as excretory products like these, which is bilirubin, biliverdin, and cholesterol, drugs, and steroids, hormones, and vitamins. How? Actually, in spleen, the destruction of RBC going to take place in the spleen. Okay. After that, they release the RBC waste product into the liver. Liver to make them bile juice, that is biliverdin and bilirubin. Okay, that is enter into the small intestine. Further they absorb in the small intestine. Okay, this is what the liver, which is produce bilirubin and biliverdin. Somewhat cholesterol, mean cholesterol they release into the intestine through the biliverdin for the like excess amount of cholesterol in the body. And drugs they can eliminate from the liver. Okay, liver can eliminate drugs directly. Okay, and steroids, some steroid hormones, and as well some degraded vitamins. Okay, this is liver also one of the excretory organ. And third one, skin has two types of glands. One is sweat gland and one is sebaceous glands. Sweat gland and sebaceous gland. Sweat gland excrete NaCl, urea, and lactic acid. Sweat gland they excrete NaCl, urea, and lactic acid. Sebaceous glands, they excrete, these are the oil glands. Sebaceous glands are the oil glands. We can call it as oil glands. They excrete steroid, waxes and hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons, waxes and sterols. Okay. Next one, saliva. Saliva also excretory like product which is produce excretion nitrogenous waste like urea. Okay. In the saliva also there is a urea excrete from the saliva also. Okay. Yes. And we go through again about this. This is the most important, guys, for exam point of view. This is the most important for exam point of view. Okay. Yeah. Other excretory organs, first one is lungs, liver, skin and saliva. Okay. Lungs. Lungs excrete mainly CO2 200 ml per day, 200 ml per day, and liver mainly bilirubin and bilirubin, cholesterol, drugs, degraded steroid, hormones and degraded vitamins. Okay. Yes. Skin, sweat gland and sebaceous glands are there in the skin. This is the most important, don't confuse. Sweat gland, they excrete NaCl, urea and lactic acid, guys. They can misguide you, they can give the other name of other name acid. Okay. Yeah, lactic acid, urea and NaCl from sweat gland. This is the most important, guys. Sweat gland, they produce, they excrete NaCl, urea and lactic acid. Okay. Yes. Sebaceous glands are oil glands, they can excrete sterol, waxes and hydrocarbons. This is the most important, guys, for exam, most important. Okay. Yeah, saliva excrete nitrogenous waste, that is urea. This is also most important. Kidney itself, they can excrete urea and as well saliva also excrete urea. Before slide, we will again revise glycosuria. It is the disorder of the kidney. Glucose in the urine we can call glycosuria. That is the disease we name it is diabetes mellitus. Okay. Glucose presence in the urea we can call glycosuria. That disease we can call diabetes mellitus. Okay. Ketonuria. Ketone bodies in the urine we can call ketonuria. Very simple. Hematuria. He mean blood. Okay. Blood in the urine we can call hematuria. Because of glomerular nephritis, mean there is a inflammation in the glomerular, we can call there is a hematuria, mean blood presence in the urine. Okay. Renal calculi. Okay. Renal calculi mean there is a stone in the kidney. Kidney, where the stones located, mainly like from the kidney there is a like carrier of the tubes, ureters. There is a urine carrier tubes, ureters. This is the carrying urine, stored part is like urinary bladder. Okay. The stones are, they can presence in the ureters or urinary bladder, both parts. Okay. Any one of the part which is ureter or urinary bladder, the stones located, we can call there is a renal calculi. Okay. That is chemical nature of renal calculi means stones, that is calcium oxalate. Calcium oxalate are the chemical nature of the stone. Okay. Yeah. Glomerular nephritis. Inflammation of glomerulus we can call glomerular nephritis. Yeah. Urea. About urea, it is produced urine, it is produced 1.5 liters per day, acidic 6 to 6.4 pH, and there is a, this is the question previous year NEET. There is a color of the urine because of this pigment urochrome. Okay? Yes, urine has a specific odor also. Urine produces per day urea how much? 20 to 30 grams. They might ask you 1.5 liter of urine produce how much urea? 30 to 20 to 25 to 30 grams per day. Okay? Yes. This is all about the excretory organs which are involved in the excretion, and there is a disorders in the excretion, there is a excretory product. Okay? This is all about most important for exam point of view. Thank you guys.